and I found my identity in fitness.
Because you're getting beat up, you're getting bullied.
Well, oh yeah, you get tested, and immediately food gets taken. I mean, it's a scary place.
Survival of the fittest.
And
literally.
I promise you, a lot of those young kids, they're probably in prison right now. I was well on my way to prison. Man. And I'm telling you, and man, by the grace of God, I found fitness. And at the time, it was horrible because it was, running all the time, push-ups, fighting.
Yeah, how were you doing it at the time? Because I don't know much about that system. Tell me about what is it like living in that system and being in there, and how did you find a way to work out while you're in that system?
Well, we were forced it.
Oh, really?
It was military style.
Really? Okay.
Man, it was up and at 'em early. We did PT, physical training. Man, it started, if I remember correctly, like 5:30 a.m. It was basically exercise all day.
And this is what we would call Juvie. Is this the
Yes.
same thing? Okay, gotcha. What does Juvie stand for? Is it juvenile detention?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
And this one was Juvenile Detention Center. It was in Ocilla, Georgia, my first one. South Georgia.
First one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, place closed down. But back then, man, I mean, it was rough.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I wouldn't take it back for the world. At the time, it was horrible. And that's how I found Christ, to be honest with you too, man.
Yeah.
Through my experiences. And man, we all know it. There's no growth without pain. The cliche, no pain, no gain. And see, I identified with all those other kids being athletic. And that's what absolutely instilled group fitness into my soul.
Yeah. So it was running that had you. What did it look like? What did the fitness aspect?
I mean,
of
it was like pull-ups, running, push-ups, sit-ups, but it was just absolute. I mean, I can't even describe to you how hard it was.
Because you had never done anything like that, right?
Oh, no.
Like it sounds like up till that point, 13, with the tough family situation
When I
you're
was
in,
a kid.
you're just trying to survive.
My son is 13, and I think of that. At his age, I was there.
Yeah.
And granted, at that point in my life, I put myself there, but we were dysfunctional home. Nothing was going right. And again, man, people are products of their environment, without a doubt.
Absolutely.
And that's why, man, the system's broken. Poor kids stay in the hood, man. It's hard to get out of that.
Yeah.
Rich kids stay rich because it's easy to stay in that. They have a support system. And, I didn't have a lot of that. And and again, I look back on that and I'm like, man, such a young kid, but I identified with fitness. And that's how I ended up making friends. And I remember a guy that I actually got in a physical altercation with when I first got there, because you're going to get tested. And my food kept getting stolen. Finally, I stayed up that whole night and I said, man, I have to. And man, I'm just keeping it real. I was like, I have got to hit him. I'm like, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And man, only the strong survive. And people will test you until you stand up for yourself. And man, he came over to me and tried to take my tray again. And I didn't eat that day because I hit him with my tray. And I don't like doing that. But sometimes, man, war is necessary.
Yeah.
And you know what? I put my own butt there. You make decisions in life. And, others have made those decisions. And you got some hard kids in there. And man, me and him ended up becoming friends.